In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on February 19, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like access to our exclusive betting picks where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 15 betting picks a day and more, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Now let's get started. Xavier versus Connecticut. The Xavier Musketeers clash with the Connecticut Huskies in a crucial Big East tilt. Xavier comes in off an 86-73 defeat at the hands of St. John's. The loss dropped the Musketeers to 7-7 in Big East play, good for 6th place. UCONN comes in after a big 70-65 midweek win over Seton Hall. The victory boosted the Huskies to 9-5 in conference play, and they currently sit 2 games behind first place Providence. These teams met just a week ago with Xavier emerging victorious by a score of 74-68. The Xavier Musketeers are struggling down the stretch. They have lost 3 out of their last 4 games overall, including a 13-point home defeat to St. John's on Wednesday. UCONN is a solid team, especially at home. Furthermore, Xavier hasn't been threatening in the offensive end recently. They have only averaged 70.7 points in their last 4 games. The Musketeers are not having any success from 3-point range either. The Huskies are holding foes to only 93.7 points per 100 possessions, which is better than the Musketeers' defensive efficiency ratings. Xavier won the first game between these 2 teams this year, but it's going to be different with UCONN at home. Xavier is going to struggle to defend against UCONN's offense, and the Musketeers are going to struggle to keep up. UCONN the win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. These 2 squads play with contrasting styles, with Xavier ranked 105 in adjusted tempo and UCONN ranked 242nd. Both squads have performed well on the offensive end this year, with Xavier averaging over 73 points per game and UCONN averaging over 76 points. These teams combined for 172 points in their first meeting, despite a lackluster shooting performance from the Huskies. These rivals played in a 74-68 decision last week, in which the over was able to cash. Xavier's defense hasn't been effective recently, squandering an average of 74 points in their last 4 games overall. In addition, UCONN is stellar from beyond the arc and owns a better offensive efficiency rating compared to Xavier. They are averaging 113 points per 100 possessions, nearly 2 points better than the Musketeers. The over is also 4-1 in the Musketeers' last 5 games overall. Expect a better performance from UCONN this time around and even more total points. So over the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas Tech versus Texas. The Texas Tech Red Raiders will be going for their 3rd consecutive win when they face the Texas Longhorns. The Red Raiders are coming off an 83-73 win over Baylor as 1.5 points favorites. The Longhorns are coming off an 80-78 win over Oklahoma as 1-point underdogs. Texas Tech is 8-2 in its last 10 games against Texas. The Longhorns have played very well the past 2 weeks. They had a strong showing against Kansas and also tore up the Oklahoma Sooners. These teams are even and talented on both ends. I am sticking with the home team in this matchup. They are strong enough on the defensive end to hold this Red Raider offense. Texas is currently holding its opponents to just 57.6 ppg, which is the 3rd lowest total given up in the nation. The Longhorns also have the 10th most efficient defense. They can stop anyone, and this home crowd is going to provide them tons of momentum in this in-state rivalry. I believe that Timmy Allen is one of the best offensive players in the country. Whenever his team needs a bucket, he delivers. He is averaging 11.9 ppg and shooting 52.6% from the floor. I am predicting that he has a huge game and carries the Longhorns to victory. Texas also has the number 1 rated defense in the second half of games. They are only allowing their opponents to score an average of 28.88 points in the final 20 minutes of the game. They will be able to get stops on the defensive end towards the end of the game and get the ball to their offensive stars to ice the game. There were a lot of emotions surrounding the last game, with Chris Beard going back to Texas Tech. Even though this game is now at Texas, I don't see the result being much different in this game. Texas is going to struggle to defend against the Red Raiders' offense, and that will be the difference. The Texas Tech to cover the spread as underdogs is our our full game side pick. The Red Raiders are averaging 74.2 points per game and 63.3 points per game on the road. They averaged 70.3 points per game in their last 3 games against the Longhorns, with Texas giving up 50.6 points per game at home. The Red Raiders will be held under their average in this game. The Longhorns are averaging 68.9 points per game and 70.4 points per game at home. They averaged 63.3 points per game in their last 3 games against the Red Raiders, with Texas Tech giving up 64.7 points per game on the road. The Longhorns won't score enough points to push the score over the total. The Longhorns and Red Raiders played under the total in 2 of their last 3 meetings. This is going to be a defensive game. These defenses are both very strong and they will need to make every defensive possession count. According to KenPom, the Longhorns have the 10th most efficient defense, and the Red Raiders have the 3rd. They both can get stops when they need it the most and will be able to hold the other team to a low point total. I also noticed that Texas has one of the lowest adjusted tempo ratings in college basketball. According to KenPom, they only average 62.9 possessions per game. They are extremely efficient on the offensive end and will take advantage of their limited opportunities. Texas Tech will not be able to do the same. They will have to get extremely hot if they want to contend in this game on the road. Texas is going to win this game very late in the game. I am expecting both teams to struggle in the opening part of the game and also towards the end. The defenses will win this game and both teams will limit the opposing team's shots. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Notre Dame versus Wake Forest. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish will be trying to move into first place in the Atlantic Coast Conference standings when they face the Wake Forest Demon Deacons today. The Fighting Irish are coming off a 99-95 win over Boston College as 9-point favorites. The Demon Deacons are coming off a 76-74 loss to Duke as 9.5 points underdogs. Notre Dame is 8-2 in its last 10 games against Wake Forest. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons are 20-7 this season and have lost 2 games in a row. Wake Forest lost to Duke by a score of 76-74 in their last game. Wake Forest shot 41.5% from the field and made 12 three-pointers in the loss. Jake LaRavia led the Demon Deacons with 19 points and 10 rebounds in the game. Wake Forest is averaging 78.4 points per game and is giving up 68.8 points per game against, while also averaging 36.8 rebounds per game and 15.3 assists per game. Alonzo Williams is averaging 19.8 points per game and 6.8 rebounds per game, while Jake LaRavia is averaging 14.6 points per game and 6.6 rebounds per game for the Demon Deacons. Wake Forest is shooting 48.7% on field goals, 72.8% on free throws, and 35% on three-pointers. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish are 19-7 this season and have won 5 games in a row. Notre Dame is coming off of an overtime win against Boston College by a score of 99-95. Notre Dame shot 49.2% from the field and made 33 free throws in the win. Dane Goodwin led the Fighting Irish with 23 points and 4 rebounds in the game. Notre Dame is averaging 71.1 points per game and is giving up 66.2 points per game against, while also averaging 33.8 rebounds per game and 13.6 assists per game. Dane Goodwin is averaging 15.1 points per game and 5 rebounds per game, while Blake Wesley is averaging 14.4 points per game and 2.6 assists per game for the Fighting Irish. Notre Dame is shooting 45.6% on field goals, 74.7% on free throws, and 36.8% on three-pointers. Wake Forest is coming off of 2 very close losses against Duke and Miami, while Notre Dame is on a 5-game win streak. Wake Forest plays at a quick offensive pace and averages just under 79 points per game. Notre Dame plays better defense, while Wake Forest is the better shooting and rebounding team. Notre Dame to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Fighting Irish are averaging 70.4 points per game and 68.5 points per game on the road. They averaged 77.3 points per game in their last 3 games against the Demon Deacons, with Wake Forest giving up 66.7 points per game at home. The Fighting Irish will be held under their average in this game. The Demon Deacons are averaging 78.4 points per game and 82.4 points per game at home. They averaged 73 points per game in their last 3 games against the Fighting Irish. Even though Notre Dame is giving up 68.3 points per game on the road, The Demon Deacons will score enough points to push the score over the total. The Demon Deacons and Fighting Irish played over the total in 7 of their last 10 meetings. Wake Forest is 58th in the nation in pace of play, and they have averaged a healthy 82.4 ppg at home. Yes, the Irish have allowed just 68.9 ppg on the road, but Wake should be able to blow past that in this one. The Notre Dame offense is not great overall, but they do shoot the ball well and get to the free throw line a lot. Notre Dame has averaged 70.8 ppg on the road, and Wake has allowed 66.7 ppg at home. I expect at least 70 points from the Irish, while the Deacon hit the upper 70s. Lastly, the over is 9-4 in Notre Dame's last 13 road games and 7-1 in Wake Forest's last 8 home games versus a team with a winning road record. So over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.